Doctor Strange 2 trailer shows return of Wanda Maximoff's children. In celebration of the release of the MCU movie's tickets, a brand new Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer has been released. In just 1 month, Marvel Studios will return to theaters with a Benedict Cumberbatch-led sequel. Directed by Sam Raimi, Doctor Strange 2 will see the character battle with the multiverse as he deals with the ramifications of his actions in Spider-Man: No Way Home. Marvel Studios has been running a measured marketing campaign for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness to keep plot details under wraps. However, the film will see the return of Wanda Maximoff, Elizabeth Olsen, after the events of WandaVision. It appears as if Wanda will have a more contentious relationship with Doctor Strange in the upcoming sequel. Fortunately, Strange gets a brand new ally in America Chavez, Xochitl Gomez, and looks to be set to tell her more about how the multiverse works. The pair seemingly meet after they are detained by the MCU's version of the Illuminati, but what happens beyond that is currently unknown. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will also see several potentially dangerous variants of its titular character, which will make things more interesting. Luckily, fans won't have to wait that long to find out the rest about the film. Exactly a month before it hits theaters, the MCU film's tickets go on sale today, April 6th. In light of this, a brand new Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer has been released by Marvel. Amidst the action, Wanda's 2 children make an appearance, their first since Scarlet, which was forced to say goodbye to them in the WandaVision series finale. The Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness TV spot features a mix of previously released and new footage from the movie. However, arguably the most interesting revelation comes from Wanda's perspective as she appears to briefly reunite with her 2 children, Billy and Tommy. In the voiceover, Wanda says that she's haunted by daily nightmares. Given these words, it's uncertain if reuniting with her boys is real or just the subject of these nightmares, or whether Marvel Studios intentionally spliced the trailer this way in order to increase speculation about Billy and Tommy's official MCU return. In any case, the Doctor Strange 2 trailer finally confirms the appearance of Wanda and Vision's sons in some capacity. Until now, previous trailers have only implied that Scarlet Witch will be attempting to search for her children in the film, as hinted by the WandaVision post-credits scene, in which she hears them call out to her while using chaos magic. As for Doctor Strange, the video draws a parallel between him and Scarlet Witch. While Wanda suffers from nightmares, the sorcerer describes his own dreams. It will be interesting to see if this connection is what ultimately brings the pair together in the MCU sequel. As seen in previous Doctor Strange 2 footage, Wanda and Strange reunite to take on the multiverse, but it is shaping up to be a much darker and more dangerous force than ever before. Given this, if Wanda's children are indeed returning in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, it may not be the family reunion that she is hoping for. Will Smith Deadshot DC movie update reportedly revealed. An update on the standalone Will Smith Deadshot movie has reportedly been revealed in a new report regarding Ezra Miller's future as the Flash. Smith's Deadshot was first introduced in 2016's Suicide Squad, a movie that would ultimately be harshly criticized by both fans and critics. While the David Ayer-helmed DC superhero movie failed to be the launching point that Warner Bros. Hoped it would be, revelations regarding the movie's extensive reshoots have led to fans, following the success of the #Release the Snyder Cut campaign, demanding the release of the original Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. Smith has recently found himself in hot water following highly publicized events at the Oscars, where the actor stormed the stage and slapped Chris Rock following the comedian's joke about Smith's wife. The incident has led to intense public backlash from fans and fellow actors alike. Smith has since issued an apology to Rock and to everyone else his actions may have affected and has also recently resigned from the Academy. Smith isn't the only DC actor who has been at the center of a controversy, however, with Miller, star of the upcoming The Flash, recently having been arrested in Hawaii for disorderly conduct and harassment. In a new report from Rolling Stone detailing an emergency meeting at Warner Bros. Regarding Miller's future in the DCEU, a small update is given on Smith's standalone Deadshot movie. The report confirms that a movie centered around Smith's character was indeed in development but was placed on the back burner due to the actor's hefty $20 million salary requirement. While not going into details on the project, it sounds like no progress has been made on any sort of solo Deadshot movie at DC. While Smith's recent assault of Rock is completely unrelated to the Deadshot movie being put on the back burner, the event certainly isn't helping the movie's chances. Following the incident and the intense backlash against the King Richard actor, a number of Smith's movies have been put on hold, including Bad Boys 4. Especially in light of Miller's recent legal troubles, it seems likely that DC will want to distance itself from as much controversy as possible. Although not a popular movie, Smith's Deadshot character in Suicide Squad was a highlight for many viewers. Ultimately, however, the stack seems to be increasingly stacked against a standalone Deadshot movie. In addition to Smith's large price tag in the recent incident at the Oscars, Elba's success as Bloodsport, a very similar character to Deadshot, in the Suicide Squad reboot, makes it seem like a long shot that a standalone Deadshot movie will ever get made, at least not with Smith playing the role. Sonic 2, Carrey's Eggman change was perfect, no matter what he says. Jim Carrey had some unrealized ideas about Dr. Robotnik's look in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but the adjustments made were perfect for his performance. After redesigning its title character, Sonic the Hedgehog arrived in theaters in February 2020. The film became a sizable success, earning $319.7 million worldwide and seeing a mostly positive reception. Much of that was thanks to Carrey. The zany performance of Jim Carrey as the villainous Dr. Robotnik in particular was a standout element of Sonic the Hedgehog. As Robotnik, Carrey's performance was a throwback to the slapstick comedies of his early 90s roles that made him one of the biggest stars in the world. Carrey's look as Robotnik would also evolve over the course of the movie, with Carrey adopting the complete Eggman appearance in the very last scene of Sonic. Going this route was very much to Sonic's benefit. Jim Carrey stated that he'd hoped to don Robotnik's round suit for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but this ultimately never got off the ground. For Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Carrey's look adopted Robotnik's red suit, shaved head, and oversized mustache. This is a nice middle ground between modern villains and turning Carrey's Robotnik into an overt caricature. With Carrey's performance in the Sonic movies and their generally silly tone, his Robotnik look for Sonic 2 hits just the right mark between the cartoon character of the games and the living cartoon Carrey is. With Carrey speaking of retiring in the near future, his Dr. Robotnik performance and costume design in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 are likely to be a great final act befitting his legacy. Robotnik's look in the Sonic movies began relatively simply, with Carrey having a black suit and full head of hair with a twirling villain mustache. While saving Robotnik's proper look to the very end might seem counterintuitive, holding off like this benefited the first movie, and now Sonic the Hedgehog 2, by allowing Carrey to go full Carrey throughout. Carrey's zany performance in the Sonic the Hedgehog movies has been likened to those in his comedies like Dumb and Dumber, Liar Liar, and the Ace Ventura movies. With Carrey having tackled more dramatic roles and less cartoonish comedies in recent years, Carrey's Riddler-esque performance was a side of him the world hadn't seen in a very long time. This helped Sonic by essentially allowing the movie to be marketed as a classic Jim Carrey comedy, and that continued with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. With video game movies already not having the best reputation, the original Sonic itself also faced its aforementioned backlash on the heroic Hedgehog's design. Sonic wisely led with Carrey's throwback comedic performance in a way that didn't present him as Drive, Robotnik to the naked eye. To general audiences and people less familiar with the Sonic video games, Sonic the Hedgehog simply looked like a funny Jim Carrey vehicle, and this helped push the film to success. Equally wisely, the team behind Sonic the Hedgehog 2 chose not to acquiesce to Carrey's desire to fully embrace the absurd round suit, because his look for the sequel was perfect. In not going all in with an already over-the-top look, it allowed Carrey's performance to shine once again. Ezra Miller reportedly had frequent meltdowns on the Flash movie set. A new report reveals that Ezra Miller had frequent meltdowns on the Flash movie set, though sources state they were not violent outbursts. Miller made their debut in the DC Extended Universe with Justice League as Barry Allen, the speedster living in Central City who is enlisted by Ben Affleck's Batman to join the superhero team and face off against Steppenwolf. The end of the film saw Allen join the local police force as a forensic investigator with the hopes of one day finding the evidence to clear his father's name as having murdered his mother. The Flash serves as an adaptation of the Flashpoint comic book storyline in which the titular speedster travels back in time in the hopes of preventing his mom's murder, only to subsequently create new problems in the future and various multiversal threads. Miller is leading the cast of the film alongside Ron Livingston, Michael Keaton as Batman, Kiersey Clemons, Michael Shannon, Anya Traua, Sasha Calle, and Ben Affleck. Following a rocky development cycle, The Flash is expected to hit theaters in June 2023, though the character's future may be at risk after its release. As the star continues to be the center of controversy, Rolling Stone has brought word that Ezra Miller reportedly had frequent meltdowns on the Flash movie set. Sources note that this behavior didn't result in any vocal or violent outbursts from the star, but rather periods in which Miller was losing it. Ezra would get a thought in his head and say, "I don't know what I'm doing." The report also revealed that Warner Brothers and DC executives recently held an emergency meeting to discuss Miller's future as the Flash in the DCEU, with one source stating that there was an agreement to pause any future projects involving their iteration of the speedster. News of Miller's meltdowns on the Flash movie set come as the 29-year-old actor has been at the center of controversy over the past few months following a cryptic Instagram video in which they called out the Ku Klux Klan and multiple incidents involving the police in Hawaii, where they were reportedly arrested for harassing a couple at a karaoke bar. Miller has also had a restraining order brought against them by the couple he was staying with after reportedly breaking into their bedroom and stealing a variety of things and threatening to kill them. Even prior to their recent incidents, Miller made headlines in 2020 when a video surfaced of them choking a woman and throwing her to the ground, leaving many to question if they would be removed from Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore in the same vein as Johnny Depp. Though they were ultimately kept in for the Harry Potter prequel, the reports of Miller's meltdown on the Flash movie set and the studio's emergency meeting does raise concerns of what their future holds in the DCEU and magical franchises. With over a year remaining until The Flash's release, only time will tell what direction WB and AC elect to take in regards to the actor.